He makes me brush my teeth in the dark.
As soon as those words left my girlfriend's lips, I knew I was in trouble. We were at a dinner with a few friends, and I guess my girlfriend and I were acting too in love. To address this seemingly rude gesture, a friend turned to my girlfriend and asked her, "What does Ravi do that annoys you the most?" Me, being the fool that I am, thinks that she's about to tell him to go take a hike, that I'm perfect just the way I am. Except that's not what happened. He makes me brush my teeth in the dark. Out of context, I admit, it may seem kind of odd, and I ended up being berated for over an hour at that dinner for it. But there is a method to my madness. Over the past few years, I have been obsessed with achieving what I call my maximum life. This is my ability to excel in all areas of my life that I find important: health, wealth, business, and relationships. This became my life's mission on April 10th, 2022. I remember that day specifically because it was the day I made $1 million in 2 hours. The specifics for how I did that aren't important for this story here, but in essence, it was from my annual event, Scaling with Systems Live Miami. What is important is what I felt after making that $1 million. Nothing. I mean, not even a glimmer of excitement, which was kind of scary. I had sacrificed so much in my personal life to finally achieve this, yet there was no sense of joy. This ended up being a blessing for me, not just for the $1 million, which was nice, but because it woke me up from a trance. I realized that if I wasn't careful, I could look back on my life in 50 years and just be able to say I made a lot of money. I had fallen into the proverbial rat race. I was constantly chasing after the next business milestone, neglecting certain parts of my personal life, only to reach that milestone and then set another milestone. And I'm not saying that milestones or goals are a bad thing. They are absolutely necessary for growth. What I'm saying is that for me, I realized I didn't want 100% of my milestones to be around making more money. I wanted to experience the same growth and development in my personal life as I did in my business. And that was the day my idea of a maximum life was born. To achieve similar results in my personal life as I did in my business, I turned my personal life into a business. I hire people when I need help, like house managers, executive assistants, personal trainers, meal prep companies, maids, car detailers, grocery shoppers, etc., etc. I fire people that don't help me, blocking toxic family members, turning down dinners and trips with friends who I just don't align with. I set quarterly, yearly, and 3-year targets. Get my pilot's license, buy a plane, achieve less than 10% body fat, build a custom home with a runway on 8 acres of land. I track progress and solve bottlenecks with key stakeholders. Weekly meetings and Asana project boards with my girlfriend. Google Sheets to track trends from my Aura Ring. Daily journals to get immediate qualitative feedback. I leverage automation to remove manual work, a smart thermostat to cool my house at bedtime, automated lights to wake up in the morning to, an iRobot to vacuum up the wig of hair that falls from my girlfriend's head daily, Amazon subscribe and save to always keep the essential stock. I also use an online calendar to stay on schedule. I work out at the same time every single day. I eat at the same time every single day. I schedule 12 plus months of vacations in advance. I invite my girlfriend to intimate times 3 times a week, and I host a recurring dinner with friends. And finally, I create and follow decision-making frameworks to prevent me from making the same mistakes over and over again. A few of these include pain plus reflection equals progress, constraints are what make life more enjoyable, time is our most valuable asset, so we must protect it, I value experiences over things, and more specifically, experiences with people that I enjoy being with, can learn from, and enjoy those same experiences equally or more than I do. And this may seem extreme to a lot of people, which is fine. But ask yourself one question. If all of human existence has focused on optimizing ways to make money, couldn't we apply some of those same systems to enhance other areas of our lives? For me, the results speak for themselves. Over the past few years, I've been able to get my pilot's license, buy a plane, and fly it across the United States, achieve and maintain less than a 10% body fat, spend an hour in the middle of every day at the spa, develop a meaningful relationship with my girlfriend, who has now become my best friend, rekindle a relationship with my mom, which was previously virtually non-existent, go on over 15 trips a year, many of them with groups of 10 or more people, sign many of my friends as clients and turn many of my clients into friends, avoid doing or even thinking about things that I don't like cooking, cleaning, packing, unpacking, emails, scheduling, etc., and so much more. All while I've grown my business, started a portfolio company, and have invested annually over 80% of my take-home income. Let me be clear, my life is not perfect, very far from it. I still suck a whole lot. My businesses sometimes don't do well. And sometimes I find myself falling back into my old ways. But I've never felt closer to achieving my maximum life than I do right now. And that's what I want for you, dear viewer, as long as that's what you want. To be multi-dimensional, to master multiple domains, to be able to look back in 50 plus years and say something more than I made a lot of money. I'm very excited to share in much more detail in some of these upcoming videos, some of the specific systems that I referenced earlier in the hopes that you can use it inside of your life to achieve whatever you define as your maximum life. Until then, remember, design, systemize, and realize. P.S. The reason why my girlfriend has to brush her teeth in the dark is because my light system turns off the lights automatically at 8:30 to promote going to bed on time. If she wants to not brush her teeth in the dark, then she needs to brush them earlier. For those of you in a relationship, I'm sure you can appreciate that is not how I explained it to my girlfriend. There may have been baby voices and kissing noises used.